Hello everybody, bonjour tout le monde, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while, but it is what it is. It's currently almost 10 a.m. It's cloudy outside and it's been raining for the last 2 days, I believe, which is good for the garden, but it's not good for my peonies because they're all like the big flowers. They had like big blooms and they fell over and they're losing all the petals, although I stick them. But the flowers were just too big and the heavy rain was just too much. Other than that, I was debating between just like deadheading them, but I will leave them alone because the bees and all the insects are still going there and this smells so good. So there's a breeze outside, and whenever I come sit out here, it's just like it just smells amazing. I have about 11 plants of peonies, and I think 9 of them or 8 of them flowered this year, so you can only imagine. I'll show you a little bit of it, but anyway, so I'm outside because I want to do, it's not a garden tour, but I want to show you guys like one area of my gardening space, because it's changing a lot and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do videos about it or not. So I'm going to show you that area, and then I'm also going to be harvesting it's going to be like my first official harvest. I'm calling it official because obviously I had sweet peas in, so I got to cut some of the sweet peas and munch on them. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And also I live in Ontario. I think my zone is either 4 or 5. It's between those two now, A, B, C, whatever. I don't know, but all I know is that my last frost date was June 1st. So just to give you an idea, I have lettuce that I could also harvest, but I'm not gonna harvest them just because some people were just running by and they said wow to my peony flowers. They were really gorgeous. Like, they were a showstopper. Everyone who stopped by when I was out there like will literally just stop to have a conversation with me about it. But anyways, so I'm gonna go in there and then I'm gonna be harvesting my amaranth. And these amaranth seeds, my aunt gave them to me last year, and yeah. And then I'm also gonna be harvesting my Swiss chard because you know I like them tender and small. Like, I like them smaller because I find them more tender. And then I'm also going to be harvesting my collard greens. I also like them smaller because I find them to be more tender and more enjoyable. That's my preference. And in between, I might be weeding or not, but I was already outside earlier. I transplanted some zinnias, nasturtium. I moved some stuff left and right. I weeded it a little bit. I also transplanted some of my basil. So I've been and then I staked some of my tomatoes. I won't show you the tomatoes today, but I've been doing some work since 8 a.m. But as I'm about to harvest this stuff, I'm like, why not just do like a little show and tell. Here is one of my zone, the one that I'm going to show you. And I also Frontyard garden. This is what I mean. That's our big street, and that's zone A over there. This is zone B, and then there's also the back. But anyways, so this is the area I'm gonna be going through and harvest. And sorry, it's really loud. I'm just gonna start here. See what I meant by how gorgeous my peonies were. I'm gonna back up a little bit. See if I do. So this is my front door. So this is technically zone A. I should start there, but now I won't start there. And then this is zone B. That's just how I name it. So here is my Swiss chart. Swiss chart that I'm gonna be harvesting. And oh, let's see. On this bed here, I have a bunch of stuff. Like, I smell Swiss garden. This is a Echinacea from last year. It came back. It's doing really good. And this is a daisy also from last year, doing good. And this year I've had these peony plants here for 4 years now, and I started them from root. I got like a root pack from Costco. Anyways, I have a bunch of stuff here. I have nasturtium here on that side. I've already removed it, but I had tulips all here. You can see I cut them. I just transplanted this. This is awesome. I started this from seed. So pretty much everything I'm showing you, unless otherwise, I've started them off from seed inside. So Allison, I started from seed. Nasturtium started from seed. I have another Allison here. And then on this trellis here that I made, I have peas that I also started from seed. But at the bottom, I've already planted my cucumbers. I have 4 here, and it's just gonna climb here. And yeah, you can actually get some peas. I'm not gonna eat this raw because, well, 1, I am pregnant, yeah, and 2, this pregnancy has just been giving me some sort of food aversion, and I cannot stand eating raw veggies, so I'm gonna saute it. Anyways, and then here I have golden beet, more nasturtium that I planted directly, and it's germinating here, but it's cilantro. This is beet. Anyways, a bunch of stuff. So and along the edge here, all the way down, I've planted alyssum. Now I heard that this plants come back year after year. It's not frost hardy, but it self-seeds. So I'm hoping it does that, because I really just want to have an edge of flowers that I don't have to worry about. And I have another daisy here from last year, came back. Peonies and lettuce. I had a lot of lettuce here, but the birds kept picking at them. Anyway, long story short, it's good to go. I have some zinnias that I just transplanted in here because I want a bunch of flowers. And peanuts, I started these indoor, so I've got 3 plants, 1, 2, 3. I wanted to have 5, but only 3 germinated. So yeah. And then this is broccolini. I don't like broccoli that much, but I do love broccolini. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 here, the chive, and I've already transplanted my peppers. There's 1 right there. Anyway, another lettuce that I'm going to remove today. Chive that went to seed. I have another pepper plant right here. This is a jalapeno, and then my carrot that I've already also thinned out. There we go. And another pepper plant. So I struggled a lot with my pepper plant this year. First of all, they germinated well, but then as they were growing, they just turned yellow and like stunted. But anyways, I didn't give up on them, and they pushed through. So I'm really happy, and I know something good is gonna come out of it. Anyways, what is this one? This is emerald green. That's an jalapeno, and this is Big Jim. Again, I've got alyssum all around. This is a bush that flower. It has like really nice little flowers that look like this. It's really pretty. And if we go back to the stairs, I have Ulster that comes back every year. A couple of zinnias, and another sweet peas that I planted later on. Looks really good. In here, so these onions here, the ones that are taller, are the ones that I started indoor myself. So I had a funny thing happen with my onions this year. When I planted it from seed, they came out, they looked so good. They were doing so good for like a month, and then out of nowhere they started turning yellow and white. So this is Walla Walla. This is all I ended up with from like all that I planted, which is so sad. And in the middle there I have a red onion. I forgot the name of it, and I just planted them right there. So back here, those are also onions. It's Walla Walla onion all the way, but I had to buy them from the store because obviously this isn't enough. I cook with onion and everything, so I bought them from the store and transplanted them. So let's go back around, and then just gonna put my stuff right in here. I want to show you this before I move on. This is a cherry tomato. Look how healthy it looks. I also had a struggle with my tomatoes. They all germinated well, and then they start acting funky, but some of them just did really well. Don't mind the mess. It's gardening season, and I'm gonna clean all of that after I transplant all my stuff, which, by the way, right there, it's my small plants that are there. So anyways, and then today I just transplanted my basil. This is lemon basil because it's just looking funny, acting funny, so I just transplanted them in here. Okay, moving on before the harvest. And again, well, we need to cut the grass. That's my husband's area. I mean, I could learn how to do it, but I don't want to. So in here, inside here, I have green onion. You can see them here. They are growing. They're doing fine. It's green onion, you know, it's growing. And once the peony dies and then I prune them, they'll get more light and more sun. And then I have a bunch of volunteer amaranth from last year, which I really am happy with. And I have some radish that I also sowed in there because I want to try radish, the greens of it. Anyways, so I had them in there. This is shard that we're going to be removing today soon. I'm just going to show you what I have planted. I have another daisy here, also from last year. Some of my daisies are budding already and some are not, but it's almost ready to bud. Can't wait for them to flower. More grass that we need to cut, and along the edge I have more alyssum and some amaranth that we're also going to be pulling. And in here we just have more onion. So right here, onion. This is an onion from last year. As you can see, it's about to go to seed. I'm gonna let it go to seed. Why not? And these are my red beet. I heard somebody on the internet talk about beet tea, and I love tea, so I'm planted a lot of beets because I'm trying to make beet tea. I don't know how. I'm gonna have to like find a recipe, but I'm removing this. I think it's between, it's either cilantro or parsley from last year. It's like literally sitting itself everywhere, so I don't, yeah, I'm just removing it, and that's why I weed. Anyways, so this is beet. It's looking so good. I planted these with the seed, so I directly planted inside them in or anything. And then more green onion inside here, as you can see them poking through. Swiss chard, and this is another pepper. So in here, because I'm gonna be removing this amaranth, I've already transplanted my peppers. Here's one. Which one is this? This is giant marconi. It's looking really good after transplant, so I'm really happy. There's another one here. This is a yellow wonder. This is Big Jim. Here, there's another yellow wonder here, and there's another in there, right there, where you'll see it when I remove all these amaranth. So amaranth came. Oh, there's another pepper here. Which one is this? Giant marconi. All these amaranth are self-seeded from last year, so when I cleaned in the fall, I just covered my bed with all the plants that were, you know, still here, and I guess I had a lot of amaranth seed, so it just did this, which I'm super happy with. There's another pepper plant right there, and anyway, and then here, this is where I need to like remove my amaranth because it's just overcrowding my leeks. In here I have leeks that I started from seed indoor myself. I'm really happy. I love leeks. So I have a little patch right here of it, and they look really good. I fertilized it like the day before it rained. I don't know if it was a good thing or not, but rain is always good for the garden, so I'll take it. And if we have to fertilize again, we will. Actually, I do plan on fertilizing weekly, and we'll see. Anyways, so that's that. And here are the onion start that I bought at the store. When I got them from the store, they did not look good at all. Oh my god, they were yellow, flimsy. And before transplanting them, I cut the top off. Like, I literally just took my scissor and chopped them off and then planted them. So now you can see it's greened up, and then it sends more shoot, and it's looking good. I don't know why my voice is acting funny. So I have a lot of weeding to do, as you can see. But I usually take like 10 minutes every day and just like weed this section. Again, I am pregnant. I'm not trying to overdo it. So but onions don't like weed around them, so I'm gonna take some time and remove this patch here and here. As we come, this space here is empty. I'm gonna put some stuff there for sure. And then I have, see, this is so sad, but it smells so good. Let's say this video is just getting longer than I anticipated. Anyways, this is a leek from last year. It's going to flower. I'm gonna let it flower and get the seed. Why not? I'm trying to learn how to gather my own seed from things that I've planted. So and here, this is my cabbage patch. I'm gonna call it that way. I love cabbage. I love veggies in general. So here they are. Oh my god, another thing with cabbage this year, the seed germinated well and it just started acting funny, but once I put them in ground, they picked up so quickly. So I was freaking out. I almost threw them out, but they're doing way better than I expected them to do. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it's close together, but that's how we're doing it. And I have some zinnias over there. Once I remove the peas, you'll see zinnia. There's like a zinnia row there, this giant one too. And then more amaranth. This amaranth is so good. Like, if you know how to cook it, it's delicious and it's really healthy for you. And then I have curly kale, my favorite. Love curly kale. Yeah, it's this. 2 planted I started indoor that survived. The others just died, and I threw some seed here. And then I got 1, 2, so wait, 3, 4, 5 more. So really happy. I love this raw, like a salad. Really love it. And this is an onion green onion from last year. I let it go to seed, and I'm just gonna let it spread its seed here. More lettuce. You're wondering why I planted so much lettuce if I can't eat raw veggies. Well, I thought by now I would feel better to the point where I can eat it, but still not. Anyways, more amaranth, and I'm going to be pulling up. And I also seeded more amaranth. Like, let me show you. Yeah, these little guys are amaranth seed. I threw them everywhere here, so then when I harvest these ones, I already have a backup plan. This is my 3rd sowing, because I have another sowing in the back garden already. So I'm succession planting, and either next week I'm gonna plant more amaranth somewhere else, because I want to have a lot of greens. I love greens. Anyways, I have 1 broccoli. I was like, why not? I planted 1 broccoli there. And in the back there I have more red beet that I planted from, like, I threw some seeds in the ground. Yeah, that's what I did. And this row here is my collard greens. I'm gonna remove them now, because again, I like them younger, more tender. I'm gonna remove them. And then I have 4 dino kale that the green, how do you call it, like the green, it looks like a worm. I forgot the name of it, but like it's been just munching on it. Like you see that one, it suffered a lot. But I've been coming out here every day and removing them, and it seems to be picking up. And then this is a purple cauliflower. I don't care for cauliflower, but the purple one looks so good, so I planted them. So I have 4. And more lettuce, more carrots here. What is this one? What is this one? And this is a, I don't remember what this is. We'll see. I don't remember. Anyways, I thought I was gonna remember, but clearly not. And this is a leek from last year. I think it's gonna go to seed. I have more beets right there. A zinnia, another peony, of course. This is a radish that went to flower. I have more carrots right here. And then sunflower that I'm thinking I'm gonna move. And then this is my strawberry patch that my little one is talking to me. Okay. And then in here I have a zinnia and my strawberries. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm fertilizing it, but the fruits are just tiny. Like, this is like the biggest, but you know. Anyways, it looks good. It looks strong and healthy, but I don't know what's like. Anyway, we have this here. I have to go buy mulch so I can mulch the ground because this is happening. So I have to go get water and remove. Okay, it's gone. Remove the soil because I don't want it to spoil. This is a good size strawberry. I want to actually eat it. And then, but look at this. Like, they look so funny. But they're not big. What should I do? What should I do? And then, oh, so that's a flower. That's a hollyhock. I have one hollyhocks there. I started from seed. Another one there that I started from seed. So this is my Zone B Frontyard gardening that I absolutely love. I spend most of my time here. And in the next video, I will show you Zone A, which is there, and then everything that's planted in there. That's more like flower but mixed with veggies. And in here, it's mostly just flowers under my tree. I told that one to go find her shoes, but she doesn't want to. Anyway, so we're gonna get to harvesting, and I won't be talking when I do harvest just because this video is getting too long. So, and the way I'm gonna harvest it, I'm just gonna pull this. I'm not gonna cut it for a second coming. Like I said, I already have 2 succession sowing of amaranth, and I'm gonna do a 3rd one next week. So I'm just gonna pull these and remove them. So let's get to it. Viens de ce côté s'il te plaît. Okay guys, I just finished with the harvest. I was trying to film, but my 2-year-old was outside with me, and I wanted to keep an eye on her so she doesn't go on the street following the birds or the passing dogs. So I didn't get to film, but look at this. I ended up with more than I thought I had. I hope the sound is good, but This is insane. So this is all that I got for my collard green, and that's okay. I'm gonna freeze it, so as they keep growing I'm gonna continue cutting them, because also it's gonna get hot soon, and I also don't want to lose it to, you know, the rain, the wind, or the birds. The birds have been literally like just cutting my plants and leaving them there, and also the cabbage moth, because I've been seeing them around. So it's all good. And what I can also do is I can saute them, mix it with Swiss chard, and have a meal out of it. So, but this entire bowl is full of amaranth, halalu, I think, or bitikutiku in my language. So I'm super happy with it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go wash it, and as you can see, I cut the stem and I just throw it back in the bed. I unroot it, like I pluck it. I pluck the whole plant because I didn't want it to give me second harvest, because I find that the second time around it's tougher. Again, I like to get mine when it's young. I find them tender, and the kids tends to eat it more at this stage than when it's too big. So I just remove the whole plant from the ground. I cut the roots. I put it back on the ground as mulch, and this is what we ended up with. So I'm gonna wash it really, 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 really well, and then I am going to blanch it so that it keeps its nice green color. And whenever I'm ready to cook it, just go find it in the freezer. And so I did leave some small ones. Let me turn my camera. There are small ones that I left, as you can see. They are too small, so I'm gonna give it another week or two, and then I'll go back in and then take it all out. So then, you know, I'm gonna get like a second harvest out of it. And then this is my collard green. That's why I cut it off from. Anyways, with that, I say thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do. My name is Dawn. I'm a mom. I'm not a homesteader. I'm just a person who likes to play in the garden, hang outside, and create beautiful wall decor and sweaters. So yeah, anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.